The Summer of Games continues with the upcoming Paralympic Games in Paris, which will begin this Wednesday and run for 11 days, concluding on September 8th. As we look forward to the opening ceremony, here are some highlights to watch for, including notable American athletes competing in the early days of the Games. Paralympic events are categorized based on the athlete's impairment, such as TS11 for athletes with extremely low visual acuity and/or no light perception, and TS37 for ambulant events involving athletes with movement disorders like cerebral palsy. For a complete list of classifications, here's a more formal rewrite. Opening ceremony. The competition for 549 gold medals commences on Wednesday with a groundbreaking opening ceremony. For the first time, this event will not be held in a traditional stadium. Instead, athletes from over 180 countries will process along the iconic Champs-Élysées, concluding at Place de la Concorde. Spectators will have the opportunity to witness the event along this renowned Parisian avenue. The ceremony will feature performances by artists with disabilities, and the cobblestones of the Champs-Élysées have been temporarily paved with asphalt to better accommodate the Paralympic athletes. The opening ceremony will be broadcast live on USA at p.m. ET on Wednesday, with an enhanced encore airing on NBC at p.m. ET on Saturday, day 1. Preliminary rounds begin for wheelchair rugby and men's wheelchair basketball. The U.S. men's team aims to make history by winning their third consecutive gold medal in wheelchair basketball. In wheelchair rugby, the U.S. team is striving for their first gold medal since the 2008 Beijing Games. Sarah Adam will make history as the first woman to compete for the team. The finals for the women's 50-meter freestyle and 100-meter butterfly will also take place. American swimmer Ellie Marks, who secured a silver medal in the 50-meter freestyle in Tokyo, will compete again in Paris. In the 100-meter butterfly, American Paralympic debutant Grace Newfer will challenge Italy's Carlotta Gilli, who has recently dominated the event in various competitions. Day 2. Preliminary rounds will commence for women's sitting volleyball and women's wheelchair basketball, while the men's goalball preliminaries continue, with the U.S. beginning their competition. Additionally, 3 finals are scheduled: the women's 400-meter freestyle S11, the women's 100-meter backstroke, and the women's 200-meter T37 on the track. The USA women's wheelchair basketball team is aiming for their third consecutive medal in the event, having secured gold in Rio and bronze in Tokyo. The sitting volleyball team is also pursuing their third straight gold. Goalball, a unique sport for the visually impaired, could become your new favorite. Players wear blindfolds and aim to score by getting a ball, which contains a bell, into their opponent's net while using their entire bodies to defend. The sport combines elements of dodgeball, bowling, and soccer, with no direct Olympic counterpart. The U.S. men's goalball team is determined to return to the podium after finishing 4th in Tokyo. Day 3. The third day of the Paralympics is action-packed, with 7 finals featuring American athletes. Susanna Scaroni will defend her gold medal in the women's 500-meter T54, marking her 4th appearance in this event at the Paralympics. In the men's 100-meter T38, 3 Americans will compete: Jaden Blackwell, Ryan Medrano, and Nick Meha. Blackwell, 20, is making his Paralympic debut, but is the favorite after dominating multiple World Championship events leading up to Paris. Meha, who previously represented the U.S. in soccer, transitioned to sprinting during the soccer offseason. Noah Malone, who won 3 medals in Tokyo, will also compete in the men's 100-meter T12 final. In the women's 100-meter backstroke S8, Jessica Long will be competing in her 6th Paralympics. She has medaled in this event for consecutive times, though she has yet to secure a gold. Additionally, Olivia Chambers will swim in the women's 400-meter freestyle S13. 19-year-old Ezra French will compete in the men's long jump T63. And 3 Americans, Mallory Wegman, Julia Gaffney, and Morgan Stickney, will race in the women's 200-meter individual medley SM7. On the track, Americans Jolene Roberts and Taylor Swanson will compete in the 200 meters. Meanwhile, in the pool, world record holders Anastasia Paganis and Gia Pergolini will defend their gold medals in the 400-meter freestyle S11 and 100-meter backstroke, respectively. Looking ahead, Hunter Woodhall, husband of Olympic gold medalist Tara Woodhall Davis, is set to compete in the men's 100-meter T64 and the 400-meter T62 events. Italy's Valentina Petrillo, at 50 years old, will make history as the first transgender woman to compete in the Paralympic Games, participating in both the women's 200-meter T12 and 400-meter T12 races. Oksana Masters, a remarkable athlete with 17 medals across 3 Paralympic sports skiing, rowing, and paracycling will compete in paracycling in Paris, marking her 7th appearance at the Games.